Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. I'm gonna make a little update for the astrology chart. I have already covered most of it when I did the 1 year chart, so it's not very different yet, but let's have a look. There are certain things that we really can have a look at. Okay, so you can see the moon has now moved into Gemini, and we have the moon in opposition to retrograde Mercury and the Sun. Now, see, this is a very clear sign that in the outside, there is not really a time that we can prepare something. Now, when we have here the moon in 10th house, which is Capricorn, it is again that we have to distance us from emotional reactions in the moment. What is coming up to the surface, and I mean, it's like a tidal wave coming out in the moment, what is happening on all levels. And we need to be able to step back a little bit to protect ourselves from so much that's coming up. If you are just at the front and you let your emotions react to everything, it's like drowning. It's really like a big storm when you come to the point you cannot swim anymore. We have here another two squares to here going to Chiron. I think this is important to understand because see, Chiron is still in Pisces. That means that there is a lot of healing taking place, but it's not visible yet. We can say that with the new energies right now happening, that within us, our innate, our smart body is helping us to rewrite or kind of rewrite the original blueprint again. And this is a very good time also to ask the innate smart body to activate the original blueprint of our body. I mentioned that once before that our bodies are actually made to last much longer, generally about, I would say, 200, 250 years. So if you kind of understand when you are 50, 60, 70 years old at that time, this is only a fourth or a third of your whole life expectation. Now, when you are older, like me, like for example, I'm 72. So when I have that, I'm a fourth of the whole expectation that I could have. So for example, I would be, when I compare, when we have a life expectation of 80 years, a fourth of it is 20. So I don't want to be 20 again. Don't misunderstand me. But to have a younger body with that age would be fantastic. And this is actually what I have started also to train my body to. So when I go to bed, I talk to my smart body, to my innate. I say, look, now you have 8 or whatever hours time. I gonna sleep. I leave the body with you, and please work on rejuvenation, on healing this body so that I can go back to my original blueprint. Please find your own words to do that. And because see, Chiron in Pisces, it's not visible yet. Don't be disappointed when after a week or even after a month or 2 months or even after half a year, you don't are you're not like 50 years younger. This is not going to happen that way, and it's gonna go slow, and you will see that at that time you also will have suddenly different needs, different needs, what you want to eat, for example. And what I observe with many people, we want to eat more light, more fresh things, less cooked, less processed, as fresh as possible. So the best salad for me is the one that I cut in my garden, and I eat within half an hour, within an hour. And that is like really that life energy that you still have. And I have many times recommended also for those who are in cold countries or have no chance for a garden, live in apartments, you can make window greens. there are many ways with the recycled bottles, with all kind of stuff. They are hanging in front of the window. You can grow your own salad, your own herbs in a very easy way. Just don't be too lazy to do it. And that's very often the excuse. Now see what we have, this beautiful trine here that we have to Uranus, is that once we, and this also Uranus retrograde, right? With Mercury retrograde. So that means they can meet inside and they can give us inspiration and can give us the information that we need for our daily life. And then here we have even here a septile going to Uranus. This is septile is a 72-degree Venus aspect. No, 72 is the five-pointed star that we have exactly here on the DC, also in Pisces. That is also that within us, if we are creative and we imagine things and we put the input into the process of what is happening within us, that we can be very successful. And we expand in our inner journey, in our inner knowledge, that more and more and more comes to the surface, but it's not really time yet that it can break through. It will come, it will become visible, definitely. And I really know that from myself because I'm doing it quite a long time. So I can see the difference. So the main thing is, you can also see that is one half is totally empty again. So this is the side that we need to work with. And we have still Pluto. The sun is approaching Pluto. That means also our underworld time is not finished yet. It's kind of like we have gone through a strong process of letting go again. But when you look at the disclosure, what's coming up, the more I see, the more I realize that everything what we did believe has to go. And this cannot go in one way. You cannot just pull the rug away underneath of us. It would be too difficult. So step by step, be open, be aware, be clear, and listen and look and disengage emotionally. Look at things that happen. Don't look away. Whatever comes your way, don't look away, because when you resist things and you look away, it's coming back. But if you look at them and let them go, and whatever comes up also about forgiveness is, I think, is a very important thing in the moment. And I'm not talking about forgiving those who are killing humanity. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about forgiving yourself of, gosh, why haven't I seen that? Why have I allowed myself to play along the game? The more you see the game that we have played, the more difficult it is for us to adjust to it, and in a way to admit. I had many times when I look at things as, gosh, I cannot believe I have done that. But when I look back at that time, the belief system that I was still inside of has told me that this is something good, because we talked about that many times, that good and bad is not something static, but it is very much connected with your consciousness level. So with the moon in Gemini, and then the ruler of Gemini in opposition retrograde in Sagittarius, again, open up all those little compartments within yourself, little compartments that you've been brainwashed into, and let them melt together and flush them out. Just imagine like a house with many rooms. Make doors or make windows so that everything can be flooded with light, because that part within us is still in darkness, and what's coming to the surface, we can say, is light. And when we can open all these doors and all these windows, the light is coming in and is flooding all the shadows away. Venus in Capricorn again, also, Capricorn, to see clearly, to see the structure. only if we see the structure and understand, we can create something new afterwards. Venus is connected with the creation, with whatever we create from inside out. What is our inspiration, intuition, what is our ideas will come to be manifested through Venus. And here from Venus, we have this aspect to Mars. So we have a yin yang, a female male connection. When we are balanced within ourselves, and we can, first of all, bring this intuition and all that to visualize it, we also will have the power to prepare for materialization. But since Mars is also still retrograde in the moment, we have to hold back. We have to maybe make plans, write things down, all ways that you can prepare. Maybe you can even go and buy some stuff already to be prepared, that when the time comes, also when Mars goes forward, that you are prepared, that you can start immediately with what you always wanted to do. It's still time to harvest, but now with this full moon constellation, it really helps us to be clear within ourselves, to be able to not go into shock, into cognitive dissonance, but to look at things that are coming to the surface now. You know, I said that before, and I'll say it again. It will be a very powerful year of a lot of disclosure on always, if it's like even like historical things, we have to completely change our history books. They can throw them away, not change them. It's much easier to throw all that old stuff away, right? So to throw away all that old beliefs that we had, and just like try to be like that child again. You know, it's said somewhere in the Bible that only the children will see the glory of God is in one way, or the kingdom of heaven. Be like a child. And what is a child? A child has not many preconceived ideas already how things are supposed to be. And if we can let go of all these preconceived ideas, programs, and beliefs that are static, that are dogmatic, if we can let go of all that, it will be so much easier to welcome the new. And the new will happen this coming years. I see many things coming up, including also medical treatment will be different. Electricity will be, you know, all these energy devices will come to the surface. Many patents that have been hidden, that have been taken away, will come up again. The whole money system and all these things will change. I can see that coming. And it's the main peak of this year will be in this summer. So we have to wait, we have to be patient. And now just prepare. So this was a short update, and I'll talk to you soon again. I will be very busy for the next couple of weeks. I have workshops, and so I don't know if we can make the Pearl of Wisdom recording, maybe not this week, but I will keep up in my blog a little bit. Take good care of yourselves, and those in the cold, make sure that you still inside of your house, you grow a little herbs or something along the window. You will see when you have this fresh food every day and not cut hours and hours before when you go and cut it. And I have experience, I was living in cold weather before, that I was growing salad inside. And I had the cellar with the sand pile, with the carrots, and I had the potatoes and everything. So this is food that really sustains you. You don't need so much. We generally eat way too much. So you can eat less, but more fresh. Okay, so if you like it, please give us a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you soon again. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.